everybody, and welcome to Conversations with Deborah Franklin. Y'all, I'm so excited about tonight because tonight is all about vision. What you got on your mind? What you ready to do? Get ready because we are talking everything vision. And we'll be right back with you with Motivational Moment. Y'all know tonight we are talking about everything vision, everything dealing with your vision, with vision boards. And vision meaning, what can you see? A lot of times we hear vision and we automatically go to, what do our eyes see? But now we want to talk about, what does your spirit man, or what do you see within you? Because a lot of times when we get in touch with our spiritual, then it helps us with our natural, because then that helps direct us on the path that we are going. Guys, I want you to really start to think, because the scripture is not in the Bible by accident. When we look at Habakkuk 2:2, it always talks about write the vision, make it plain. Yeah, I did say it always talks about, because it's the same scripture. It doesn't change. But we need to start looking at it within the context. When it's saying go onto the hilltops, write the vision, make the plain. But at the end of the day, you got to tell somebody so they can run with it. And that is what we are doing tonight with our virtual vision board party, is that we are going to be accountable to each other. And this is why I said you're going to have to cast your vision for 2019. Tonight, everything that we put forth on our boards, everything that we put forth on our minds, everything that we write down in our journals will be what we want to accomplish this year. We got to stop casting visions that are 5 and 6 years down the line, but don't think about, what do you want to accomplish within this 1 year? Yes, it's fine to think about what do you want to do in 5 years, 10 years, but let's be more intentional, because that way you don't get discouraged and you don't start looking for things outside of what you're doing. Because if you start to think about where you want to see yourself within this year, then you're going to start working hard towards it. Like, I see myself going on an I said last year I wanted to be a speaker on an international team. Guess what? This year, November, we will be on the ticket to be an international speaker in Cuba. Hey, that's international. Y'all, we are stepping the game up. We said that we wanted to get sponsors. I said that we wanted to get a sponsor. I said that we wanted to get an advertiser. I promise you, within 48 hours, the phone rang. We had somebody asking, how can I advertise on your show? Yo, that means that it is out there. You just have to be intentional about what you're doing and scoping out what you're doing, so then you can accomplish what you set out to do. When you start putting too many things on the fire, you can't accomplish them, because a lot of times you start at, well, this is my New Year's resolution. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get a new job. I'm going to change my relationship. I'm going to stop cussing. I'm going to stop smoking. I'm going to stop drinking. You got all this stuff you're going to stop doing. And then you look up, it's December 31st and you ain't done a dog blasted thing. Yeah, I said it. You ain't done nothing, because you putting too many things on your plate, and then you're not recognizing. I saw somebody's post today that you didn't celebrate your small wins. So you look up, you went from smoking 10 packs to 40 packs because you done stressed out, not realizing what causes you to do that. But then if you start to think about it, I said I was going to stop smoking, but now, as opposed to smoking 10 packs a day, I'm down to 1 pack a day. Y'all, that's a success. You need to celebrate it. Sometimes we talk about, well, I want to stop going out so much. Well, you used to go out Monday through Friday. Now you're only going out on Saturday. Y'all, that's a win. So start looking at what you're doing and being intentional about what you're doing, so that way you can start being able to celebrate the small successes, because guess what? A lot of small successes add up to the big successes. So say, for instance, you do want to start your business. Go get the business plan. Go get the DBA. If you haven't done that, then how are you going to start your business? You just walking around in a dream. Stop living in a dream world, in a fantasy world, and start living in reality, and be intentional about what you're doing. Because when you are intentional, then you start start to attract people that are intentional about what they're doing. Yes, the laws of attraction is real. So if you continue to attract people that are negative, then guess what? You are operating in the negative. If you keep attracting people that treat you bad, then that's what you are accepting, because now that tells you that you haven't put up the proper boundaries. Yeah, I said it. You are not putting up the proper boundaries, because when you start putting up the proper boundaries, then people are going to respect you for that boundary. And then don't feel depressed because they're not inviting you to the foolishness, because a lot of times we get caught up in that too. But in this season of intentionality, be intentional. I'm so sorry, y'all, about what you are doing, what you are saying, where you are going, who you are hanging around, because everything has a season. Even when you put it on your vision board, sometimes you could miss it because it's not in that season. You got to start somewhere. So get out there. Start making the phone calls. Start making the list of people you want to connect with. Start making the list of places you want to go. Start making a list. And then once you start to make that list, start figuring out how are you going to connect with them. No, you may not have to go to all the clubs and spend all the money, but you might meet them in the grocery store. You might meet them on the side of the street. You just don't know. But when you are intentional, you just never know how you're going to meet the next person to help you go to the next level. And then when you make successful connections, that you might connect with somebody. This is my favorite one. I tell everybody, I don't know nobody, but I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And 9 times out of 10, they going to introduce me to them. And that sounds crazy, but it's cool, because then you in the Rolodex and you didn't even have to work about it. And then they automatically trust you because they trust the person that introduced you to them. So that helps you. So start making meaningful connections in this season, because y'all, remember, I keep telling you, this is our season for execution and manifestation. You cannot execute anything if you don't have anything to execute. You have got to be able to look at what you're doing and know how to accomplish it, or have an idea of how you want to accomplish it. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have a plan, how can you correct something if you've never planned it? You got to make a plan. You got to write the vision, make it plain, and then share it with somebody. Because when you share it, then you have somebody to hold it accountable for. I told somebody that I was working on my second book, and I forgot I had even told this person, because we were just talking, because they said, you've written this book and you got that finished, so when is the next book coming out? And I was like, I'm probably gonna get it done within a year. Within a year means that I have to complete it this year. This person walked up to me not but a couple weeks ago, forgot I had this conversation, and was like, where are you with the new book? I was like, I was so glad I had an answer. Because at the end of the day, I felt good to have somebody remember what I talked to them about. And then they felt enough about me to even ask me to check on me to see what was going on. Guys, you don't have to have somebody to be accountable to you that talks to you every day. And I think this is another thing where we get accountability partners mixed up. Your accountability partner doesn't mean that you got to call them every morning at 6 a.m. Stop it. That's dumb. Find somebody that you can be accountable for, that doesn't mind checking you on your stuff, that can call you at any time and check you on what you're doing. Call you at any time and say, hey, why don't you do this? Or why don't you do that? Or have you thought about that? That's an accountability partner. Then find somebody that has been successful in the industry. You would be amazed at how somebody that is successful in the industry won't mind helping you out, because I found somebody like that. I have a mentor. I met my mentor through a totally different situation. And the first thing that she said to me, not the first thing, but when we were talking and we really got to talk, she really began to trust me and talk to me and start pouring things into me. And she said, whatever decision that you make, whatever decision that you do, know that I am on Team Deborah. She said, I'm on Team Deborah. She didn't have to say that to me. Now, later on, I'm going to reveal who my mentor is, because it messes me up every time I realize that this is my mentor that will call me when I least expect it, inbox me when I least expect it. I can ask, can we have a meeting? She doesn't put me doesn't say call my assistant, call anybody and put it on my calendar. She immediately talks to me. You know, that speaks volumes, because she is so busy with what she is doing. She doesn't have to do that. But when you find somebody that really believes in you and can clearly say, I'm on team Deborah, I'm on team Eric, I'm on team Sabrina, I'm on team Demi, I'm on team, who else we got on here? I'm on team. Anybody that would just say that they are on your team. I'm on team LaTonya. I'm on team Eric. Y'all, it's just that whatever. I'm on team Monica. Whatever your name is, if somebody can say after you write your vision and then you make it plain and then you explain it to them and they just say automatically they're on your team, you are doing it. You are working in the right direction. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. It's not an easy task. It's not something that you're just going to pop up early in the morning. It's just going to happen, and every door that you need to be open is going to be open. But when you can really get people that you can truly trust, you can truly depend on, use it. But at the end of the day, don't mess it up. Be a person of your word. Be a person that if you say you're going to do it, that you do it. Because a lot of times the best credit that you ever have, any credit, the best credit that you have, and the credit that that people die for is your name. If you got bad credit with your name, it doesn't matter what your credit with the bank looks like. I know people right now, credit is jacked up from the flow up. But because they are a person of their word, they are a person of integrity, they are people that everybody can depend on, they can walk into anywhere and get what they want. And they ain't got no credit. But because of who they are and whose they are, they can get whatever they want. So start to think about that when you start looking at writing your vision today, when you start looking at casting your vision and being accountable to what you're doing. Start to think about where you want to go and how you're going to be accountable. And then the main thing that you need on your vision board is your name. Team, and for me, Team Deborah, because I'm Team Deborah all day, every day, all day long. Because at the end of the day, if you can't trust yourself, that's another thing. You have got to start trusting yourself on this journey as well. Because if you don't trust yourself to make it to the next level, then you won't make it to the next level. You have got to learn to believe no matter what is going on. It could be storming outside. You could be sitting in your house with the lights off. You don't even know how you're going to pay your bills. But at the end of the day, you know that you are starting this business, you are starting this entity, you are going back to school because you have put this on your vision board. And look at everything that's coming to take you off your course as a distraction. Because the thing is, stop giving power to your distractions. Because when you give power to the distraction, that means you're giving power to something that is trying to take you out of it. Because that's just what it is. It's a distraction. It's just like when you're driving down the street, everything looks fine, but then all of a sudden you see a pothole, you swerve it, you either swerving it or you hitting it, oh my God. So when you hit your pothole or your distraction, go ahead and just know that it's just that. It's going to be a little bumpy, but at the end of the day, you know eventually that street, that road, wherever you are, is going to get smooth. You have got to believe in yourself and stand strong in yourself, that you know that whatever is happening around you, that it will get better. It will come to pass, because tonight we are going to start strong. Because we are starting strong. We are writing the vision. We're going to make it plain, and we're going to tell it to the heralds, because we are going live on Facebook. We are cementing it on Instagram. I think we're going to share it on Instagram as well as YouTube. We are putting it everywhere, because tonight, you know, like they say, tonight is the night to get it straight. Tonight is your night to discover what your vision is. Tonight is your night to put your vision in writing. Tonight is your night to share with us what your vision is. And at the end of the night, I want you to really think about it, and I want you to start working on executing what you are putting in your vision. All right, guys, it's been fun. It's been real, but we will be right back with you with our first guest. This is one of our sponsors, Niagara Falls. They are sponsoring a Niagara Falls trip. I'm so excited about this. You need to join this bus trip. It is only $50 deposit. It is only $699 per person based on double occupancy. And for those of you that travel like me, you only have to pay another $50 more. Well, something. 40 some dollars more, and you can have a single occupancy for $750. So you need to check this out. You want to do this as a round trip transportation to Niagara Falls, Canada. Hotel accommodations included for each night. And guess what? Your breakfast is provided by IHOP, honey. You're not going to even have to guess about your breakfast. So that right there to me is a plus, because I hate taking bus trips and you have to go downstairs and have that having frozen waffles. And I could, because in my mind, I could do that at home. So know that you need to be on this Niagara Falls bus trip June 14th through the 17th. And again, it's only $50 to get the deposit. Make sure you go to my website. You can get all of the information. To go to conversationsdeborahfranklin.com, and the information to sign up is right there. All right, guys, we'll be right back with you. everybody. We are back here live with Miss Shannon Wilkerson. Hey, girl.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great. Girl, I'm just going to come right up and tell you, honey, I was feeling some kind of way because you wasn't here tonight because I just knew you was going to be in the place with us. So we got all this stuff ready to cut out and you not here.
I really, really wanted to be there.
Yeah, I know. I heard. So, it's like, so let's just jump right into it. Why are vision boards important?
For me, having a vision board was very important because it gave me a visual reminder of, what I need to be focusing on. It's so easy to set goals and then get distracted by life and fall off track and forget that you were even working on something. So, I always do a vision board. I always put it up on my wall. So I'm just constantly seeing it. It's in my face. I can't forget about the goals. I have to, go after what I'm trying to achieve because it's right there in my face every day.
Okay, so, and I totally get that because it's almost like people that say they write their affirmations up on their wall. They write certain things so they can remember. Now, what about those people that have stuff? I've seen some vision boards that have just been like extra. And I'm like, you got all this stuff on this board and it just looks junky. And it's like, it's almost like clutter. And then when you ask them a question, what are you really trying to do? They don't know. So how precise or how detailed should your vision board be?
I've seen vision boards too, like you described, where there's like no blank space. There's just, pictures. The whole thing is just covered in pictures. I personally can't function that way. It's too much going on for me.
Right.
So I have to have, I'm very intentional about what I put on it. I stick to smaller goals so that I am constantly achieving because then that's motivation for me. Mm-hmm. So I don't have to put every single thing on the vision board. I just put what I'm going to be working on right now. And I leave, spaces. And then another thing that I do with my vision board is I use it together with a journal. So I'm writing down like what I want to achieve and what that process is like so far, what's working, what's not working, what I may need to do differently. So I use it together with that.
Your baby wants to join in the conversation.
Yeah, she's very special.
It's all good. I had one. So no, I totally get it, Shannon. Totally get it. But you know what? And I think a lot of times we don't think about being intentional with our vision boards. So how intentional should we be?
You should really put on your vision board the things that you are really willing to go after right now, the things that are actually attainable within a time frame. So if it's something that's going to be accomplished in 10 years, why are you looking at that now? Focus on the smaller goals that you can do this month or in the next 6 months or in the next year, and really put on your board the things that you're going to remain dedicated to, the things that are really, really important to you, and things that you're going to focus on because they mean something to you.
Okay, I totally agree with that because when we were promoting the show, and you were here when we first announced about doing the vision board party, y'all, Shannon decided to come back and hang out with us. I'm so happy. That means we must be doing something right on Conversations with Deborah Franklin. And it's like I said, we were going to be intentional that these vision boards were going to be vision boards dealing with what you wanted to accomplish for 2019. So how do you feel about that? Just being intentional for 1 year, what you want to accomplish in 1 year.
That is my preference to do my vision boards for 6 months or a year so that I can look at my vision boards from previous, periods and see the progression. So it's always my preference to do it that way. So I can line up my vision boards and you can see how, life has changed for me, how I have achieved certain goals and where I am now today. So I'm all about, having the vision board for 1 year or even 6 months.
Okay. Wow. You know what? I never even thought about doing 6 months and a year. So maybe we should have another vision board party in 6 months. So 6 months from here, we need to plan another vision board party because it's almost to the point that kind of steps up the accountability, in my opinion.
It does. It definitely does. Yeah.
So, and then when you're doing your vision board, shouldn't you also be trying to talk about or think about how to execute?
Oh, definitely. Now that's what my journal is for.
Okay.
That's why I'm writing down all the plans and all the action steps and things that I need to do. And I'm constantly going back, looking at it and checking things off of that list to make sure that I'm staying on track, that even though I haven't met the goal yet, I'm at least on course. So that's where my journal comes into play.
Oh, wow. Now I got a question. I always throw out the crazy questions. What about the people that put on vision boards that they want to get married, they want to have children, they want a relationship? How do you kind of coach them or coax them into how you're putting it on their vision board, but then we're talking about execution and they're not even dating? So how do you even say that?
Well, those type of goals, involve other people falling in line. So, but I do have people that have goals like that, which is fine. I was still in that case. I just told them like, okay, so I understand that's something that you desire, but realistically, are you going to meet someone, date, fall in love, go through all the steps and get married in 1 year? Most likely, no. So I try to get them to break that goal down and say, what is it that you can do that will get you closer to that goal? Which could be things like to go out more, to be more social, to interact with people more often. That will increase your chances of meeting someone and making all those things happen for you. So I just, kind of push them away from that big, huge goal and get them to be thinking about the smaller goals that can lead to that.
But their biological clock is ticking. They're getting older. They feel like everybody else is doing it. So how do we start to change that? And I know now we're turning into a relationship show, but I think it still has a lot to do when you're casting vision.
Mhm. Well, I mean, even though they may feel like there's some pressure to accomplish a certain thing, there can be pressure in other areas too, because someone may feel like, well, I'm reaching a certain age and I haven't reached these financial goals yet. So there are different areas where you may feel pressure to get it done now. I have to do this now. The clock is ticking on me on this goal now. But still, even with that pressure, it's still a thing that's going to require that you break it down and to work on the small goals that will lead to the larger goal. Any way you look at it, it has to be broken down that way. No
Awesome.
matter how much you want it, no matter how much of a priority it is, or how much of an emergency you feel like it is, it still has to be broken down.
And I totally agree with that, because that even goes down to people that say, because it's on my vision board, when we start putting them together, I'm putting it on there just as that my goal this year is to lose some weight. And I was like, and then I got tickled because some people be putting on their vision board, yeah, I'm gonna lose 6 dress sizes. You lying? Unless you're finna starve yourself. You still like eating fried chicken and ice cream. Stop playing. Even though I know things have to be done in moderation, but I do like the idea that you said about the journal. So does it take any particular journal, or how do you journal every day? How do you check in with your journal?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. We're losing.
I'm sorry. What's your baby's name? What's your baby's name? Shannon can't hear me. Shannon, can you hear me now?
I'm losing you. I hear like every other word.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I was saying, what's your baby's name?
Oh, Lulu.
Lulu. Oh my gosh, I had a Lily. That is too funny. Well, you tell Lulu this not her show. We're going to have a show. We're going to have a pet lover show later. Lulu, you're not invited to this show. We're going to put you on the vision board, because I was like, I needed to get me another Lily, because I was feeling some kind of way this weekend. And I was like, I really miss my baby. But it takes a lot. For those that are animal lovers, when you have a companion, like such a 4-legged companion, there's a lot to that. And when you start getting busy with your business and traveling, that's a lot.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh, it's a lot. Trust me, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking is that how do we become accountable in our journal? And that's what I was asking you. Do you journal? Do we journal every day about our goals? Do we journal once a week? How do we do this?
Okay, so I'm still hearing like every other word that you're saying. It keeps going in and out, but I'm going to answer what I think the question is.
Okay.
based on what I caught. So basically, I read my journal every day to make sure that I set the tone for my day. But and I might write down a little quick something. It's not, I don't sit with it like an hour every day and write a whole bunch of different things. But I do refer to it on a daily basis to either read over what I need to be doing or to make a note of something, to update something. So I use it pretty frequently. But as far as writing in it, I would say maybe twice a week, because as the week goes on and I'm accomplishing things and, I'm hitting all those steps that's leading up to my goals, I make note of them. So awesome. I use it pretty frequently.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense because it looks like, because Demi and I tonight are going to be doing vision boards with you live in the studio, and look like I'm going to have to go get us a journal.
Yes.
So we can make sure we're staying accountable.
Highly recommend it.
Yep. So, that makes sense because, we've always talked about, let's have the vision board party. Let's do this. But we never talk about what do we do while we're waiting for the vision to come to pass? How do we become accountable? They always talk about go back and look at your vision board throughout the year. But this was the piece. You just really took me to a whole nother level with this thought process because that's the piece that's missing is that the journaling piece. And I totally get that because I believe that you should journal pretty much whatever you're doing, and I fall behind, and I have a girlfriend that does journal, so I'm about to call and ask her about this journal, see if she can create this for me, and because that'll be right up her alley. But so let's get started. What do you have on your vision board?
So this is my latest vision board behind me, and I love to have words on my vision board. I'm all about words because they become like my daily affirmation. So you see I have mostly words and then a few pictures. So some of the words that I have on here is like stepped up. And I put that on there to remind myself to step my game up in my business. And then of course in my journal, I'm more detailed about what that means. Okay.
Pause. You said, okay, so you put the general on your poster and then you use your journal for your, let's say, your definition.
The details, yep.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, moving right along. I got excited.
Okay. So if you look at my vision board, you may not necessarily know what my goal is, but it's not for you to know, it's for me to know. So the details are in the journal, but I know what all of the words mean, but someone else will be like, oh, okay, well, I wonder, what she means by that. And it could be something totally opposite to what you think it means. Like, for instance, I have up here happy hours. I'm not referring to going to a bar and having a drink. Happy hours for me is taking moments for myself to relax and not work. That's my goal with that. That's what happy hours represents on here, to take an hour for myself during the day to unwind and not focus on work. Because then that allows my brain to recharge, and then I'm actually able to focus on my goals even better because I let my body and brain recharge. So
that's my God, I love that happy hour idea. I'm going to have to add that to my schedule. I need a happy hour. I also
have on here, invent your way to wealth. And that is reminding me that I am in control of, my life and how successful or how wealthy I become. I'm in control of that. So I have to find ways to invent that for myself. I have to bring into my life what I want. So I put on here, invent your way to wealth, so that I can be innovative in my business and what I'm doing, and I can be coming up with ways to create wealth for myself.
I love it.
I also have on here the word connect. And the word connect is referencing to connect the people for my business, for my book, and things like that, but to also to be present in my personal relationships with my family, my friends, and to just make sure that I'm doing the things necessary to connect with them, because that's definitely a part of my goals. So my goals are not just centered around my business and, professional things and, financial goals. I also have personal goals related to, family and being connected to those people.
I love it. Well, Shannon, we're going to take a quick break, and I want you to come back, and we're still going to be talking about your vision board, but we're going to be sharing what we're putting on our vision board. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, get your scissors, get your glue, get your papers. I know you're ready. So start putting your vision boards together. We'll be right back.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Oh, she said now I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Okay,
perfect.
I'm sorry. I said that I wanted to interview Kamala Harris and that I wanted to make sure that I'm connecting to people that have the same kind of power that I have. Not the same kind of power that I have, but that can give off the same kind of energy. Because when you connect to people that got energy and high energy, you're gonna get that. What you think?
Yes,
All right.
I definitely agree. I definitely agree.
And y'all know I'm doing a board for the show. So I'm doing sponsorships. I got that on my board. What about you, Demi? What you looking for? I see you got a dog. Oh Lord, y'all
Do
pray.
you want Lulu?
She said she want a dachshund. Lulu won't work. Unless he was a oh God. And we had one that we were had similar. She didn't even realize it. She told me we were leaving the office. Is that I want financial freedom. So I'm putting that on my board. And this is gonna be I'm gonna be honest with you, this is gonna be one of my hardest ones because I was looking at some of the stuff that I need to get off of my credit. And it's a lot. It's a lot. So definitely wanted to put financial freedom. You got that too, don't you? Zep free zone. We rocking and rolling. Y'all better watch
There
out.
you go.
And I got this one with all kind of sponsors. I want everybody. I just want to just start connecting with all kind of people to sponsor our show. What else you got? What else you got?
What else do I have?
Yeah. Oh. The one that goes with what you were saying, why I got so tickled, you said you wanted a happy hour. Can you see my picture? I have a lady that's sitting at a table just sipping her tea. Chilling.
Yes, relaxing.
Yes. So I was like, yes. Then I did do, but you know what, for the relationship piece, and that's why I was asking that question, is that I did a silhouette because I felt like that was something that I was working on. What do you think about that?
I think that that's fine as long as you are looking at the goals leading to that. Like, for example, that's a goal of mine too. But
Okay.
what I'm doing to make sure that I attract that to my life is I'm working on me. Like I am intentionally, making sure that I am prepared to have that.
Right. I totally get it. And then I did some words, just like you said. See, I
Yeah.
got celebrity interviews. I
Oh,
want to
cool.
release 2 books this year, which is definitely happening. I have actually started
Cool.
I'm trying to do, see, nobody would know what this means. So I'm like you. I just put on here, release 2 books. One is going to, and I'm getting out of my self-help genre. But I'm going to do a motivation book, and I'm also working on a fiction book. So right now we're developing characters. So my
Okay.
goal is to have all the characters developed by the 1st of March. So then I can start putting them in scenes and all that kind of good juicy stuff. So I'm excited about that.
Cool.
So that I got some of those. That's one of my words. Oh yeah, international speaker. I know that that's happening because I got Cuba coming up, but I want more than Cuba. So that's why I'm putting this on here.
Yes.
Also, I want to go to Istanbul, so I'm putting that on here. I'm not sure when that's gonna happen, but I want to go to Istanbul. Y'all see that? So anybody that wants conversations to come cover a show in Istanbul, we are ready. We have our passports. We are ready. And then, yeah, I did it. I told y'all I did not lie. So I'm putting it out here. I'm putting it in the universe. I have a weight loss goal, and then I put it small because I wanted to see it, so I don't scare myself. My goal was 50 pounds, and then wait a minute. Now this the catcher. How about the young lady that's supposed to be my trainer text me as I was walking into the building? So yes, we are being intentional, guys. I can't wait. I'm gonna share with y'all who my trainer is gonna be. And I got excited because this will be my first time training with a female trainer that has had, let me put it like this, that's had similar issues, weight loss issues as I have. So this is going to be really cool. So I can't wait for her to come on and tell her story. So this is my weight loss goal. See, I put it out there. I'm being intentional. I told y'all.
Yeah.
Did you ask, what else you got? What is that? What is that? Yeah, she don't want to work with me for her whole life, so which is good. She got a real degree, y'all. Y'all wouldn't think that this is a biology major.
Wow.
I'm sorry, biochemistry, correction.
Wow.
She's a biochemist hanging out with somebody with a degree that talk. That means I must be doing something right. God is blessing me. So I like that goal because I told her I was going to fire her if she didn't find a real job real soon because she could not continue to work for me. And then because she got better stuff to do. What else you got over there? And that's why she got to get the real job. She can't afford that vacation on what I pay her. As you see her shaking her head. Y'all know I ain't lying. And then what's this ring for? Do I need to call your boyfriend or was it something I don't know nothing about? Oh, that was the long. See, she did. See, she pulled. Go on and show it up. Go on and put yourself out there. Yeah. Yeah, you see, that's a good juicy ring too. She's serious. Ooh. Dude, I hope you watching. If you're not, I'm going to make sure I'm going to get the clip and send it to you. I'm going to do it. And then, of course, you know what? After I do that weight loss, baby, I'm going shopping. I'm putting some real good orange in my wardrobe. And then this one dealing with business, book now. I want to get booked. I want more bookings to be more successful bookings, not just anywhere. You know how you get intentional places. Yeah. You know how so many people want you to come to their events, do certain things, and you're like, this is not really working with my brand. So what do you say to that? Say to that vision?
Well, so I think that is very important because you do want to make sure that the things that you are connecting to are, in alignment with your brand and where you want to go. Mm-hmm. That's so important. I have what I decided to do because I wasn't getting the bookings that I wanted. I was creating my own event, and from that, now I'm getting the type of invitations to come out that I wanted. And that was on my vision board last year. Mm-hmm. So this year, I'm already booked to travel 3 times.
Awesome.
To go with the places that are definitely in alignment with what I'm doing. So I met my goal from last year vision board.
I love it. But you know what? And I think I'm going to take a page from your book, your playbook, because I know a lot of people that are doing that is that they are creating those events. And so this time, normally when I do events, I never speak at my own events or I never hold a workshop at my own event. So I think that's where I've kind of, for lack of better words, I've been missing the boat on that. So I know that that's clearly what I'm going to be doing for the next upcoming events that I do have. So I got one more that I wanted to show that I think this should be on everybody's vision board. It says dream big, set goals, and take action. Y'all, we have got to do this in 2019. We've got to dream big, set goals, and take action. Because if we don't do that, it aligns completely up with the whole statement of you have got to execute in order for it to manifest. Mm-hmm. Execute in order for it to manifest. That's what we got to do in 2019. Well, lady, we have ran out of time again with these vision boards. My God, from Zion, we got to come back and do these vision boards again. Oh, we're going to do a 6-month check-in. That's right. We are going to do a 6-month check-in. So we will be connecting again for that. So how can they find you?
So I have a website, which is shannywilke.com, SHANNIWILKE. Hey, awesome. How about that 6-month check-in is a live in-person vision board party?
Yes, and we're going to invite people to come out. We're going to set this up. We're going to get the whole circle together. And I actually think I have a location already in mind. So y'all ladies, get ready. Well, no, we won't even make it just for ladies. We'll make it for ladies and gentlemen. Get ready to join us for our 6-month vision board party check-in. We will start posting the date. Y'all know all you got to do is tell me something. I'm going to be ready to run with it because I believe in executing the vision and making it plain so we can all be successful. It's only lonely at the top when you don't take anybody with you. Well, all right, guys, it's been fun. It's been real. Love you to life. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Conversations Deborah Franklin. Go to our website, join our mailing list, and most of all, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Conversations Deborah Franklin. Have a great one, y'all. Love you to life. Peace.